Hey guys, what's up? I'm Jonesy, and welcome to another episode of Jonesy Comics. Alright, so last week we started off reading Green Arrow Year 1 in the comic theater. So I wanted to go ahead and continue along with that. It looks like we're probably going to do all 6 issues here. So with Jock and Andy Diggle doing this Year 1 storyline, they really changed a couple things up from some conventional comic book stories, I guess. In issue 2 here, you're going to kind of see the transformation of Oliver Queen to more of his, I guess, survival instincts kind of a thing, which is really what Green Arrow turns into a lot of the time. When it comes to combat, Green Arrow has always been very high with reflexes and instincts, and he's always been a very good hunter. So, without saying any more about the issue, let's go into it. It's definitely going to be a little bit different of a comic book issue than you might be used to reading or you're used to me talking about so far, but I do hope you enjoy it anyway. Green Arrow, Year 1, Issue 2. Am I dead? At first, everything's just a blank. I don't even know who I am, let alone where I am. And then it all comes flooding back and I realize nobody knows. Nobody knows I'm here. Hackett. My friend. He must have thrown me overboard. Assumed I'd drown. He won't have any trouble convincing the world that worthless billionaire Oliver Queen fell off his yacht in a drunken stupor, while he sails off into the sunset with my stolen millions. I'm dead to the world, and I honestly can't think of a single person who will miss me. The jungle rises to a sheer cliff wall. No roads, buildings, power lines. No signs of human habitation at all. And I need to find water. Badly. So I walk. Skull feels like a pressure cooker, ready to blow. Dehydration, exposure, and a mild concussion. Recipe for the perfect hangover. And the irony is, I wasn't even drinking. For once. I don't know how many hours I stagger on. Heatstroke smears any sense of time into an endless blur of white sand. In my sun-blasted mind, the hypnotic wash and hiss of the surf dissolves into the fizz and crackle of club soda on ice. As if, at any moment, I might stumble across a beachfront hotel with a poolside bar. Just around the next corner. Keep telling myself, just around the next remains of an old jetty, burned down a long time ago by the look of it. Same with the boats. Nothing remotely seaworthy here. Still, boats means people. So where are they? Burned to the ground. A whole village. Just like the jetty. But fire doesn't spread up a beach all by itself. Somebody torched it. Ah! Thank you, sweet baby Jesus! Damn! Dry as a bone! No wonder. Pump generator's deader than Elvis. Water supply had to come from somewhere, though. Maybe the well hasn't dried up completely. Jungle sounds melt away. A breath of air rises from the darkness, refreshingly cool. But the smell is bad. Bullet holes. Someone burned the village, shot anyone who resisted, and threw the bodies down the well. Who? Who did this? I make it back to the beach, sleep where I fall. pain wakes me, weak with hunger, frantic with thirst. Oh, it makes me stupid! The sun hits like a hammer this close to the equator. By the time I catch my first fish, I'm almost delirious with heat stroke. But the red agony of sunburn is nothing compared to the gnawing in my belly. I tear at the slippery flesh with manicured fingernails. Behold, the great white hunter. Hackett thinks he killed me, and he may have. This isn't one of his playboy thrill-seeker jaunts. No safety net this time. I could die here. But hell if I'll let him beat me. I'm going to live. And I'm gonna hunt down that son of a bitch. Even if it kills me. Time to get real. Without food and water, I'm a dead man. As dead as those bodies in the well. I need to find a way to sterilize the water. Boil it. And that means fire. So I strip the generator for parts. Tires, fuel tank, electrical wire. And best of all, a leaf spring suspension blade. Rusty, but sound. The old village is a treasure trove. Everything I need is here. Broken bottles, rusty nails, and a mold-encrusted hunk of sail canvas. Perfect. Just to keep the sun off. You understand. They call this the bow drill method. God bless the Boy Scouts. The water is still hot, oily, tingled with rust and mud and things I don't even want to imagine. It's the best drink I've ever had. Weeks pass, months. My world shrinks down to this belt of green shadow, bounded by the shore below, the ridge above. And everything becomes very simple. I hunt, I eat, I sleep, and nothing else matters. I live by the bow. Birds, fish, monkeys, the occasional small deer. Gradually, I come to understand I'm good at this. And I realize that, for the first time in my life, I'm happy. Really happy. Whatever it was that was missing, I've found it. I don't think I've ever felt this whole, this alive. I was supposed to die here, so either this is paradise, or I'm born again, and then I hear it. Cutting through the jungle sounds to which I have become so keenly attuned. Something alien, man-made, an engine. Burning rubber on the arrowheads. Signal flare. They see it. They're banking, turning back. Down here! I'm down here! Huh. Maybe it's a private beach. Coming around for another pass. I should run. Hide. But that was the old Oliver Queen. That's not who I am anymore. I'm a hunter. And now, I'm pissed. Alright, so now you guys get to see a little bit of where Andy Diggle and Jock were going with the idea of creating this hunter-survivor type of character out of Green Arrow. And it's really fascinating because, you know, you have the Oliver Queen side of things now. That's just the playboy philanthropist. But you also have the Green Arrow side. He's learning to develop this animal instinct within him. And I think that that's something that's always been in the Green Arrow mythos. But sometimes we lose sight of it. And it's so important to hang on to that with that character. So yeah, kudos to the Arrow show for really keeping that going. But of course, as you guys can see, Arrow is a bit of culture shock for me because I've been so used to reading this Green Arrow. And you know, if you guys like this, I will continue. I have 3 other books that are Green Arrow that are the classic 1980s Mike Grell run that are super fascinating, but definitely a little bit different than modern comics. So anyway, if you guys liked the video, hit the like button for me, and if you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. Otherwise, comment, let me know what you thought about this, let me know if you want me to keep going, and other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Jonesy, and I will see you later!